So welcome back everyone to our 28-day challenge following the 28 principles and processes from the book The Magic. We are past the halfway mark. Are you feeling so goddamn proud of yourself? I hope so. Today is day 15. I keep getting a little flagging on here. Hello. Magically healing. Oh, it's called Magically Heal Your Relationships. I love any process that is about relationships because they really make up such a huge part of your life, but also like mentally, if you are having beef or you've got like stuff in the past, that can really stunt your growth. If it's because even if you don't see a person physically, if that's running through your mind, that's taking up a hell of a lot of space, energy, and it leads to exhaustion. So I'm excited to see what's in this chapter. She goes on to say, if you have a difficult or broken relationship, are suffering from a broken heart, or hold any resentment or blame toward another person for anything, you can change it through gratitude. Gratitude will magically improve any difficult relationship, whether that person is a husband or wife, brother or sister, son or daughter, partner, boss, business client, work colleague, mother or father-in-law, parent, friend or neighbour. When we are faced with a difficult relationship or a challenging situation in a relationship, in almost all cases, we're not in the least bit grateful for the other person. Instead, we're busy blaming the other person for the problems we have with them. You know, the problem with blame is when we are pointing the finger, we're giving our power up, right? They did it, it's that person's fault. But when we take responsibility and well, what this is saying is gratitude, then you really keep your power. So I can see how this can be great. Okay, where did I get to? That means we don't have to, no. When instead we're busy blaming the other person for the problems we have with them, and that means we don't have a shred of gratitude. Blame is never going to make a relationship better, and it's never going to make your life better. In fact, the more you blame, the worse your relationship gets, and the worse your life gets. Whether it's a current relationship or a past relationship, if you harbour bad feelings towards another person, practicing gratitude will eliminate those feelings. Why would you want to remove your bad feelings about another person? Well, here's what the Buddha says. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You're the one who gets burnt. Powerful. Bad feelings about another person burn your life, but gratitude will eliminate them. For example, if you have an ex-partner who is connected to you through your children and the relationship isn't good, look at your children's faces and realise that they wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for your ex-partner. Your children's lives are one of the most precious gifts you have. Look at your children and give thanks to your ex-partner for their lives every single day. As well as bringing peace and harmony to the relationship, through your example, you will be teaching your children the greatest tool for their life, gratitude. Or if you're suffering from a broken heart or grief due to a relationship having ended, you can use gratitude's magical power to transform your pain. Gratitude magically transforms emotional pain into healing and happiness faster than anything else. And the story of my parents is a perfect example of that. My mother and father fell in love with each other virtually at first sight. From the moment they met, they were truly grateful to be with each other, and they had the most beautiful marriage I have ever seen. When my father died, my mother understandably suffered from enormous grief. After months of suffering, she began to use gratitude's magical power. And despite her immense grief and pain, she looked for things to be grateful for. She began with the past, and she recalled all of the wonderful times of happiness she had received through decades with my father. Then she took the next big step, and she looked for things to be grateful for in the future. One by one, she found them. She found or remembered things that she'd always wanted to do but didn't have the time to do when my father was alive. And with this courageous step of gratitude, opportunities to fulfill her dreams magically poured in, and her life became rich with happiness again. The magical power of gratitude gave my mother a new life. For today's magical practice, you're going to look for a hot coal that is burning your life and literally turn it into gold through gratitude. Choose one difficult, problematic, or broken relationship that you want to improve. It doesn't matter whether the person is currently in your life or if it's a past relationship and the person is no longer in your life. Sit down and make a written list of 10 things you're grateful for about the person you've chosen. Think back through the history of the relationship and list the great things about the person or the great things you received from the relationship. The easiest way is to do this is to think back to the way things were before the relationship deteriorated or ended. If the relationship was never good, then think hard about any good qualities in the person because they are there. This magical practice is not about who is right or wrong. No matter what you feel someone has done to you, no matter what someone has said to you or didn't say, you can magically heal the relationship. You don't need the other person in order to heal it. This makes a lot of sense to me because it's not about the past. It's about how you're still holding it in your brain now that's causing you the problems. So if you can change it in your mind, then it's going to change how you feel. There is gold in every relationship, even the difficult ones, and to bring riches to all your relationships and your life, you have to find the gold. As you dig and discover a nugget of gold, write it down, address the person by name, and express your sentence in gratitude. So their name, I'm grateful for, and what you're grateful for. 1. Paul, I'm grateful for our time together. While our marriage did end, I learned a lot. I am so much wiser today, and I use what I learned from our marriage in many of my current relationships. 2. Paul, I'm grateful for everything you did to try and make our marriage work because 10 years of marriage means you did try. 3. Paul, I am grateful to you for our children. The joy I receive from them every day could not be without you. Paul, I'm grateful for the hard work and long hours you put in to support our family while I was at home taking care of our children. It was a big responsibility to have all of us dependent on you, so thank you. Paul, I am grateful for the support when I went through a difficult time of grief and loss. Paul, I'm grateful to you for the times when I was sick and you did your best to take care of me and the children. Paul, I'm grateful for the great times we had, and we did have many. Paul, I'm grateful that you want to continue to be a father to our children. Paul, I'm grateful for your support and the time you want to give to our children. I know they mean as much to you as they do to me. By the time you finish your gratitude list of 10 things, you should feel much better about the person and the relationship. The ultimate point you want to reach is where you don't have any bad feelings towards the person anymore because it's your life that is harmed by those feelings. Every relationship is different, and if need be, you may choose to repeat the magical practice over several days until you reach the point where you don't have any bad feelings towards the person anymore. If you are using gratitude's magical power to improve a current relationship, you will see the relationship begin to change miraculously before your eyes. It only takes one person to magically change a relationship through gratitude, but it is the person who uses gratitude who receives the benefits in their whole life. If you choose a past relationship where you are not in contact with the person anymore, you will feel a peace and happiness fill you, and at the same time, you will see your other current relationships in your life magically improve. In the future, if a relationship becomes challenging, remember to use this magical practice immediately. You will stop the difficulties before they get any bigger, and instead, you will increase the magic in that relationship. I love it. Magic practice number 15, just to summarise, guys, magically heal your relationship. Step 1, count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings, write why you're grateful, reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Step 2, choose one difficult, problematic, or broken relationship that you want to improve. Step 3, write down and make a written list of 10 things you're grateful for about the person you've chosen. Write it down in the following way: their name, I'm grateful for, and then what they did, why you're grateful for them. Step 4, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you, for the best thing that happened during the day. There you have it. We are on day 15. That's it in the bag. 13 days left to go. So excited to see what tomorrow's going to bring. But have an awesome day, guys. And I will see you all tomorrow for day number 16. Mwah.